Hello. Okay.
You need to gargle or something.
Okay. Are you making a beat?
I am making a beat. Come on now. You don't know what that is,
No,
Like, look, man, look. I promise you, if anybody ever listens to this, they'll be...
What the fuck is that? No.
See, now I'm going to edit it into the episode because
Put it in there.
motherfuckers...
Put it in there.
Motherfuckers
Nobody is gonna know what that is.
Too loud. You're getting crazy. You're getting crazy over here. Look, the fact is, people will know exactly what I'm talking about.
You are scrubbing your hands together.
Right. But the beat is
There's
perfect.
no beat.
That was the beat.
There is no beat.
You have no rhythm. That's your problem. Golly, what are you even talking about? Bruh, hold on. Here go again. Listen.
Do it.
And I know you've seen this movie. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Everybody knows that, bruh. Like,
you know what? There's the challenge. Whoever knows.
I'm gonna edit it in. I'm telling you. Should I edit it in at the end? No. Okay, I'll just leave it. Like
edit in what?
What the song is. What the actual song is. I'm gonna play the song. You're gonna be like, oh, damn, that was what it was.
That will be my feeling.
Wait, say that again?
I don't think that I'll be feeling that. I'm not gonna think, oh, damn, I do. That sounded just like it.
I promise you. That's the sound, babe. Goodness gracious. Look, I'm about to cut right now. I'm gonna play you the song. And
play it.
All right, I'm gonna play it.
Play it.
I'm gonna keep it rocking, and then I'm gonna play it for you real quick. Hold on. You think you just brand new?
You just always think.
Right. There you go. That's the one.
Yeah, babe. I'm not hearing it.
Hold on, just give it a sec. I ain't pulled it up yet. See, you trying to be funny.
No, I'm trying to think back to your stupid hand motions.
It's babe. It's the sound.
I was trying to listen for the sound. The sound sounded ridiculous. It didn't sound like nothing.
That shit was perfect. What are you talking about? Here we go. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's turn it up. You remember this movie, right?
No.
Oh, wow. You kidding?
I saw it, and then I was like, next. What part is you?
Hold on. You'll see. It's right here. When the music begins to swell. The music is, do you hear it? Sounds like a Matrix in the background. Ah, see, you didn't want to go. Now, look. That's it.
So your hand swishes.
Yes, that was the snare drum, baby. That was exactly what it was. And that was the exact... Look, nobody would
have guessed that.
Listen. I need somebody to put these two together. My fucking cadence was perfect.
You can put the shit together and it's not gonna sound the same.
Boom. 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 Oh shit. I wonder if I put this in the episode, would it get flagged? As if anybody from 20th Century Fox is listening to this shit. Bang, bang.
Well.
That movie was amazing, babe. I can't believe that's Nick Cannon's best movie.
Okay. How
dare you? You know it has Zoe Saldana in it, babe. It has the green chick from Guardians of the Galaxy in it.
Okay.
Look, man. You don't respect the classics. That's the problem with you youngins these days.
No, I thought I was what do you call me?
What?
A cradle
robber?
Grape. What?
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 I don't know. I have no idea what you're saying. You're a grave digger.
You're a grave digger.
What does that mean?
I'm old.
Oh, yeah, you a cradle robber. What? If anybody doesn't know, T is significantly older than me. 3
whole months.
It doesn't matter. Look, I'm getting tired.
Not even.
That's what I'm saying. Not even. I'm just like, cougars. Anyway, hey everybody. This is On My Screens, a podcast where a man and his wife talk about the media that they be on. Today we're going to be talking about, I decided to do a different format for the intro and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that beginning part is fucking terrible, but you know.
Your hand swishes?
No, that shit was perfect. But I'm saying like, I'm going to clip that down so it's not as long because I was looking for the video for so long and all that kind of stuff, whatever. But I think that'd be pretty funny because my shit was fucking perfect. Listen, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to do it one more fucking time. That shit was perfect.
Nobody would have guessed that those sounds.
Anybody that's seen some urban suburban hood classics, you know what I'm saying?
They would have had to have seen it yesterday.
Nah, man, ain't no man.
And look, even still,
bruh, them cadences.
They would say, "What is
stuck
that?"
in everybody's head. Everybody has a fond memory of Drumline. Going to the mall, Go to the movies in the mall, and then, you know what I'm saying, watching that shit 3-4 times with your homies because that's the only place that y'all could go.
My life was different from yours. I couldn't do
what
anything
do you mean?
Ever.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I don't know what that's like.
I'm just saying. Is anybody that was anybody was out there in them streets at the mall, you know what I'm saying, paying $7 to get into the movies.
I was in the house.
Throwing popcorn. You know. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the movie Impossible, or The Impossible, starring Ewan McGregor. I think it's Naomi Watts. And then fucking Spider-Man. Like, out of nowhere, what's his name? Tom Holland is in this movie. And I'm wondering how this movie got made, because whenever I saw the previews, Tom Holland was like a little boy jumping into the water. And I was like, that's fucking Spider-Man. What is this? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what we're going to be talking about. But I just wanted to ask T a question.
What?
Oh shit. I forgot the intro. Damn.
Hit rewind?
I can't hit rewind. With T.
And T.
All right. There we go. Well, maybe I can splice that in.
Oh, what? Oh.
Probably splice that into the beginning so it'll sound weird. And I'm making comment on it right now. So if anybody hears this, then they'll be like, oh yeah, that's why it sounded weird. Anyway.
I'm ready.
Oh, but anyway, my fault. My question is, what you been on? What you been watching?
That's the question for me?
Yeah. I wanted this episode to be a little different. Like I said, I wanted this to have a little bit of structure. That's why I wrote the script. Okay. So what you been on, babe? Like, what you been watching?
I have been watching... Well, I just finished The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Who was in it?
Don't ask me those questions.
I'm just saying, like, I know who's in it only because I've seen the previews and I know who the filmmaker is. Oh, well,
go ahead and say it because I don't know.
Carla Gugino's in it.
Which one is she?
She was like an old lady whenever I was looking at your TV screen.
The lady.
Yeah,
the one that was telling the story, maybe?
Yeah. That's
okay.
Her. That's Carla Gugino. So
all right.
She's been in Sin City and she was in Gerald's Game. She was the...
Okay.
She was Lady and Gerald's Game. So
Got it.
From that filmmaker, Mike Flanagan, I believe is his name. But Mike Flanagan, he's made a bunch of movies that we've been watching on Netflix. Like they've been like Netflix original movies, and he's been the one that's been making them, and like just kind of secretly. I don't know. I really like that guy though, but like I don't think I've seen one where he's just completely missed, because I know people like that Blind Manor. I didn't watch it, so what did you think about it? Like you just said it was pretty good, or what?
It was okay. I said I mean, once it ended, I was like, okay, so I guess that's why that was happening. Okay. It was fine. It was okay. But like I don't know if it was ever gonna leave. Like if it didn't come back, I wouldn't be mad. It was
You talking about the show? If the show is over, is that what you're saying? Like they don't have a season 2?
Yeah, if they don't, I don't know if it was gonna go there.
Yeah.
But if it didn't, I wouldn't be mad. Nurse Ratched.
How was that? That's the show with the lady from
American Horror
Story. What's her name? Paulson, right?
Yeah.
Sarah Paulson? Is it something like that?
Something like that, right?
I have no idea. I mean, I have an idea, but I mean clearly, but I think that's her name. Sarah Paulson. Yeah, Sarah Paulson.
But I like that. It was.
Was that better than Blind Manor?
Yes.
Okay.
It's more, I guess, action-packed. I don't know.
So it's more American Horror Story. Like,
yeah.
Because I noticed that it looked like American Horror Story. So I think that maybe the producer or maybe the directors or somebody like that, they made the same, or he got a deal with Netflix and was like, oh, I can just make this other show that I've been working on rather than only working on American Horror Story.
It's very American Horror Story.
But I mean, and he's using his muses. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, because Mike Flanagan clearly has like muses that he uses constantly. He just keeps using them, and they keep, being in his projects. You know what I'm saying? Carla Gugino, his wife, Katie Segal, I think that's her name. Katie Siegel. I don't know her name. But all these people are constantly in his movies because he's made a bunch of movies that are like on Netflix, as a matter of fact. But like, I know, what's the boy's name? Jacob Tremblay. That's the little boy. He was also in Dr. Sleep. He was a little boy that was playing baseball. Oh. And he had The Shining as well.
Okay.
And he was like one of the first ones that they killed, and they killed him and took all of his little energy off of him.
Right.
So they had him. What else did they have? They had and Jacob Tremblay was also in that movie where the little boy, his mom gets cancer, and then there's a monster chasing him.
Cankerman.
Yeah, the Cankerman. Whatever. What was that movie called?
The Cankerman.
No, I don't think it was.
Yes,
was it?
It was
That's
Cankerman.
not the name of that movie. That sounds ridiculous. The movie was called Before I Wake.
That's not true.
that is what the movie was called.
That's not true.
The movie Before I Wake, which is funny because that was the one movie where I was like, I kind of figured it out like way early.
I don't think you're looking up the right movie.
Babe, that's the movie Before I Wake.
No.
Cody Morgan. I think that's it, babe.
No. It's called Kangerman.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. This is the what's the name? Before I Wake, 2016 film. Yeah, that was definitely it, babe.
Kangerman. Definitely.
What are you looking it up?
No.
Oh, then what are you doing? that was definitely it. Before I Wake. So anyway, he was in that movie. He was in the other movie that I just said, fucking Before I Wake, and before that he was in not before that, but Dr. Sleep he's been in a lot of Mike Flanagan movies. Whenever I say a lot, that just means more than two or more, because it's like if a director's using the same character, or not character, but the same actor over and over, then like that's his, that's one of his go-to guys. And like Martin Scorsese does that with Leonardo DiCaprio and stuff like that. Like he just keeps putting him in the exact same position in his movies. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that good. It used to be Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, and now it seems like Leonardo DiCaprio just took that over because he just keeps knocking it out of the park. He's a good guy.
Now I will say something weird. The Ozark.
You've been watching Ozark?
I have not. I don't know what it is. Like, I want to watch it, but I don't want to see what happens right now. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Like it's too anxiety? Like too much anxiety in it?
I guess the part that I'm at, I'm just wondering what's going to happen. And I don't know if I want to know. I don't know. Like, so I'm just stuck. I've been avoiding watching it so much that it's not even on my continue watching list because I've started watching other things and finishing other things.
Right.
And now it's not even on there anymore. So I need to. And I watched Dead to Me. Dead to Me was another show that was like the Ozark. It was just sitting there. And I was like, all right, let me just try and get back to watching it. Then I couldn't stop watching it and finished it all. I loved it, and I'm ready for more.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Dead to Me is
So if anybody doesn't realize, T is much. She has a lot more. I don't know if she has more time, but she definitely watches more stuff than I do. Like, because all I got is I just started My Hero Academia again. Like, that's about it. And I still have only got through probably about 5 episodes. I guess I need to make a little bit more of an effort to watch stuff because you're watching like full series of shit. And I'm just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like,
well, Dead to Me was not that long ago, but it kind of was a little bit a while
still though,
ago.
you've watched at least 4 different series.
Yes, I have.
Before I've finished season 1 of Beast Wars, for instance. You know what I mean?
Oh, I haven't even
or
continued
My Hero.
that.
I haven't watched anything. I need to get back on it.
It's been action packed. What you mean?
What has?
My Hero.
Yeah, but I've seen those episodes, so I'm like
Okay.
rewatching them, trying to get every little piece of what do you call that?
Because I have also seen all these episodes, so these are just refreshers for me.
Right, they're
well.
refreshers, and like I can actually hear what they're saying, and I'm actually sitting down and watching it, not just passively kind of dealing with it being on and then looking over every once in a while. Like actually watching it is a totally different thing.
Okay, well, I will say I could probably rewatch these shows without the baby, and I'd probably notice a lot more things
Right.
in the show that I didn't notice. So I'm watching these with him. So sometimes he's good, and sometimes I'm like listening to the show, but not really.
That shit is fucking perfect. I don't care what anybody says. But look, so we're not going to keep talking about the stuff you've been watching. Jesus.
All right, I'm done anyway.
I did not expect that. That was crazy. Like, I can't believe you watch so many shows. Like, and you just keep, and then like, what you guys don't know is that she also watches, every time that I'm around her, like I know she watches these shows, like I'll see them every once in a while, but every time I'm in the room, it's Bob's Burgers, King of the Hill, or, the Parkers, that was a new one. She watched the whole series of the Parkers. There's 5 seasons of the Parkers. You feel me? Like, I don't know how many episodes be in each season, but I mean, she made it through within a month. So, I don't get it, man.
That was lunch breaks and sometimes after work, but mostly lunch breaks and in the morning getting ready.
That's crazy. Like, you watch a lot of TV shows front to back. Like we could
I started Girlfriends.
I don't know how good that show is. I don't remember. Like, I remember liking it as a kid, but like that was really just because all the ladies in there was like, you know what I'm saying?
They are very pretty.
You should see what T is doing right now. It's ridiculous.
What you want a squirt or two?
Please stop. Please.
My shirt is on. My bra is on, but he's saying you should see what I'm doing, which I'm literally just sitting here doing nothing.
I was just joking.
So if he wants me to be doing something, I can. Let's just see if it'll reach
I'm
you.
going to come across this table. It's not really a table. It's more of a, what do you call this? This is a TV tray. We record on a TV tray. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's great. Golly.
The best.
Yep. This is our professional studio. I'm going to put some pictures up on the Instagram.
Top notch.
Get the most, not the lesser. Trash like the trick for $40.
Toothbrush?
I did. I put it back on your sink. Why?
Excellent.
Should I have not?
I just wondering if you might have tried to use it thinking that it was yours.
I didn't.
Because I've done that with yours.
Why are you using my toothbrush? That is disgusting. I really hope that you're getting a kick out of this. Hey, back off the mic. Oh my gosh. What do you even? Why are you using my toothbrush? What's the matter
It
with
was
you?
an accident.
You used it the whole 2 minutes? Oh,
And then I looked down and I'm like, oh,
this is
my toothbrush is right here.
this is aggressively wrong.
It's because you moved my toothbrush without telling me. And then I'd be like, oh, mine was on the charger.
This is goofball behavior. I
So
have no
just
idea what you're talking about.
Grab it. And I'll be like, I hope it's dry before he comes to use it. But it probably won't be. But maybe it'll be dry enough so he doesn't notice.
I wash my toothbrush before I put it in my mouth every day.
All right, continue. Stop
Oh my
playing.
gosh.
Stop.
Anyway, you ready to talk about the movie that we watched?
Are you ready?
All right. Hold on. Let me go back to the script. Let me see.
Whew. All right. Belly laughs. Oh my gosh.
So, like I said, the topic of today is The Impossible, the movie The Impossible, starring Ewan McGregor. Goodness gracious. Naomi Watts. I think that's Naomi Watts. I could be wrong. Like, I don't be doing no research on this shit. Like, we didn't choose to watch this movie. It just was something that was trending on Netflix. Number 2, as a matter of fact. And I was like, damn. And then I seen Tom Holland, and I'm like, I like Tom Holland. He's a good Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So let's see what this is. And then, boom, the movie. So, babe, you want to talk about it? You got a lot more notes than I do. I'm gonna just go over the bullet points of what the movie was. So a family goes on vacation to Khao Lak on Christmas Eve to a resort called the Orchid. And whenever they're there, Khao Lak is in Thailand. So while they're there, they end up in a fucking tsunami and get separated. So there's the mom and the oldest boy, and then the dad and the 2 youngest boys. And the whole family gets separated, and it's basically just a journey trying to find each other. So the mom and the boy, they have, I don't know, who do you think's story was better? It had to have been the girl and the mom, right? Or the boy and the mom, right? Like, am I tripping?
As far as their struggles and separation,
Yeah,
definitely.
That shit was like action packed. Like,
yeah, and her wounds were super severe. Like,
so yeah, we're gonna get into the actual plot and the synopsis and everything. But like, as far as everything that's shown to us, all that stuff that's shown to us, that stuff is, I don't know, like, it was really cool. I don't know. It was awesome. But anyway,
this movie?
Yeah,
I agree.
So the movie as a whole was actually pretty good, minus one thing that I'll talk about at the end. But so the family goes on vacation. The first night they do like a candle lighting, and they send the little hot air balloons off into the night sky. It's real beautiful. Next day it's Christmas. So did I say it was Christmas Eve? I did.
Well, are you talking about them already being at the resort?
Yeah, I mean, because they start off getting off the plane and then going to the resort.
Yeah, they were supposed to be on the 3rd floor, but there were some complications, and they ended up being put on the 1st floor with a view, like an amazing view.
Huh? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Or I didn't pay attention to that. But yeah. So if they would have been on the 3rd floor, they would have been okay?
No, I'm just saying.
That's like, just a weird detail to put into the movie.
It was just like, wow. The view was like amazing. Like, and they didn't do anything for it. It was like an accident. Well, and I have first day equals success.
Oh, the first day landing?
Yeah, and like getting there and getting to their hotel. And yeah. Okay. 2nd day. Go.
Just day 2 was Christmas, and everybody got gifts, and they did gift exchanges and all that kind of stuff.
Yep, shooting home videos.
I don't remember that either, but okay.
They were having fun playing around.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Day 2 equals success.
Day 2. You're just doing the countdown. And then, so number 3, the next day, at the pool, a tsunami hits. Everything is silent, like the birds fly away, all the electricity goes out right before this thing hits. And I mean, it literally, like, this is 10 minutes into the movie, and it just hits, boom. You know what I mean? So
crazy.
Yeah.
Huge waves.
Huge waves.
Oh my God. It was crazy.
So, while that's happening, the dad is in the pool, and he told the boy...
He's got 2 sons with him.
Yeah, he's got 2 sons with him, kind of walking towards the exit of the pool, and then he told his older son to go get this ball that they were playing with. He gets the ball, kicks it back into the pool, and then dives, and then the tsunami comes. And then whenever the tsunami comes, he kind of dives into the pool, but I think he's a little too late. But the dad, he gets swallowed up while he's still in the pool. And then the mom, she's over there chasing this page out of a book, and it hits this glass window, and then she gets hit by the tsunami, just couldn't even prepare for anything. Like,
well, she looked at Lucas, the older boy, and seen him standing there and seen the wave coming, and she screamed his name. So he jumped into the pool.
Oh, no. He made it in. He made it all the way in, but I guess maybe he was too far up or something. I have no idea.
And then after he jumped in, she was just like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, and she just braced herself and just bam.
Clenched up and got hit. Yeah. Went through that wall. Woo.
Yeah, that shit was tough, man.
Man.
So, after the tsunami wipes out the resort. Naomi Watts, her name is Maria in the film. She's holding a tree, screaming. She's just screaming, just loud screaming. And like the thing I was watching while I was watching the movie is just like, God damn, man, this looks insane. Like this looks real. Like
they spent so crazy.
They spent some money on this. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was all CG or something. Because like I saw a couple like CG wibbly wobbly cars and shit, and I was just like, that's not great. But like most of that shit, like they were definitely in water. You know what I mean? And that water it seemed like it was moving. It gave the impression that shit was moving 30, 40 miles an hour, and they're just getting pushed. Like there's just there's no swimming.
It's cars floating by.
It's just rapids.
Trees floating by.
Yeah, it was, I mean, cars just floating, just, you know what I'm saying, bodies. And then they keep passing like light poles and stuff like that and like getting hit by it, and I mean just getting destroyed.
Right.
Like getting 100% wrecked. Both Spider-Man, Tom Holland, his name is Lucas, and Naomi Watts, like they're both getting just pummeled. You know what I mean? Like she's swimming. I think you were looking down at the moment, and like I mean, like a tree branch is just sticking out of the just in the water, and I mean it stabs her right in the side, and she screams like while she's trying to go get Lucas. Like it's just insane the amount of bedlam that there was. You know what I mean? It was just intense, just super intense.
So yeah, she was screaming in that tree till she seen her son floating by screaming for her, and then she got it together and started going after him.
Right.
And then they made it to a mattress, and then they both got flipped off the mattress. Yeah,
they made it to a mattress. They were trying to like grab each other's hands. I'm not exactly sure what the plan was. Maybe to pull him onto the mattress. Either way, it was all futile. Like it was literally just like, hey, he's hurt now, you know, or not he's hurt, but like it flipped the mattress over and then it didn't do anything.
Yeah, they both got separated from it again. They still got
jettisoned in opposite directions.
Yeah, they made it back to each other.
Right, they made it back, and then keep going because, like I said, I don't have those kinds of notes.
Let's see.
Because my next note is they got out. Mom and Spider-Man hurt really bad.
After him, they both make it onto a mattress. Baby in a car passes by that's floating by them.
That was the wibbly wobbly CGI.
And then another wave hits.
Yeah, a whole nother wave hit. I forgot about that. That's whenever I feel like Spider-Man got boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? He got fucked up. Like
he was getting
from that
thrashed.
Second wave.
Yeah.
Because the mom was catching it at first, and then it was Lucas, and it was just like, God damn, dude.
Yeah, like, I got Lucas beat up pretty badly.
Because I like the way that I feel is just like, I guess maybe they got their stories from either the people or from people that have been in tsunamis, but like I'm just in my head I'm thinking, oh man, it's just a bunch of water. And it's like, yeah, it's a bunch of water,
it's
but
a bunch
like
of shit in that water.
There's a whole bunch of shit in that water. You know what I mean? Like thick. It's a little water like milk. You know what I'm saying?
So crazy.
That shit was crazy. Milk with Cocoa Puffs all in it, like just smashing into everything.
Yeah.
And then it's gathering more and more stuff as it keeps washing over everything that's not bolted down.
Right.
So I mean, it was just super. Like I said, it seemed like they were in a real fucking tsunami. Like, and I know that they're actors and like, that shit is crazy. Like, they're actors and everything, but like, first of all, I never even knew this movie came out. It came out like 2000. Did it say 2020 or 2016? I don't remember. I don't remember. Either. I'm just thinking like, how have I never even heard of this? I guess maybe it was a British movie or something. But then again, we heard shit like fucking Slumdog Millionaire. If
it wouldn't have been popped up on like the top 10 Netflix recommended, I would have never seen it.
Yeah, I would have never even looked for it. But it was like, number 2 on trending.
It started playing the little banner, and then as soon as I watched it, I was like, oh,
I saw Ewan McGregor, and I saw Spider-Man, and I was like, I like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like what they do. And I'd like to know why they're releasing this movie with Tom Holland. Like, he's so young. So that means he filmed this, I don't know, 10 years ago, some shit. You know what I mean? I don't know how old he was in that movie, but he seemed really young. He seemed like he was like 10 years old or something. 10 to 12, maybe. But, that was one thing I did want to write down, but I didn't really write it down, but I wanted to take note of it, was his acting in the movie. Like, whenever he's trying to get his mom out of there, like, he's like, get the fuck out of it. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he takes a leadership role as a little boy whenever he's like that. He doesn't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? He immediately just jumps right into like, all right, this is what we need to do. Ooh, look, I found a Coke. Hey, we need to go hit that tree. And she, the mom is telling him, no, we need to go save that baby. And he's like, fuck, all right, we'll go save the baby. And then he's like, well, what if it was your brothers? That shit. Like, I don't know, that whole sequence of them going back and forth about trying to save that kid. This is after they got out of the water. So they eventually get out of the water and they're pretty hurt. Like I said, what did I write? They get out. Mom and Spider-Man both hurt really bad. So,
yeah.
Once they get out of the waves, then they start walking towards, just higher ground. They're trying to find higher ground.
And that's when you see how bad her leg is sliced open.
Right. Her leg looks like a... Have you ever seen those cartoons where like they have like a ham, like a big ham with a bone?
Yeah.
At the end, you know what I'm saying? And they cut like slices off of it.
Yeah.
Like it looks like that, or it looks like the packaging on a honey baked ham.
Yeah.
Like a spiral cut honey baked ham, and they peel off a couple of them layers.
And every time you jiggle it, it flips and flobbles and...
Yeah, it was really bad. And Maria's a doctor, so she knows how to kind of take care of herself, but she doesn't have anything to do it with at this point, so she just kind of makes a tourniquet, goes up a tree, like a bandage.
Yeah, she patches it up.
And they finally go up the tree. They find that boy, go up the tree. His name is Daniel, by the way.
Yeah.
And whenever they go up the tree, they're up there. I don't know how long, but they're up there for a while, drinking on like a Coke and trying to keep their energy up, but, look out for people. And this group of men come by, and they're picking up bodies and tossing people and, checking bodies. And I don't know if it's just me, but I've been watching a lot of... like Walking Dead type scenarios where it's just like, oh shit, a group of men walking in the fucking forest. It's time for some graphic sexual violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, here we go. And then, but it wasn't at all. Like, the guys were literally just trying to help. And it's like, oh, okay, this is good. This is good. Like, we're still in the realm of, I'm not going to say possibility because anything could have happened, but the movie is based on a true story, so I don't know. I don't know if they would have made it if it would have been that kind of movie where it just became, like I said, violent, sexual aggression. Like you know what I'm saying? So I can just see that going terribly wrong. Like I see it and I'm just like, no, we can't do this. So like, please don't go here. That's what I'm thinking. So they take her and the son. They take them back to one of their villages, and they kind of try to fix her up as best they can.
Now, at that time, when they take her, they leave Daniel on accident.
No. They didn't leave Daniel at the tree. So I'm talking about going straight from the tree to their village. They're dragging her.
They're dragging her, yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Her getting into the tree was crazy.
Well, it
was so brutal.
Yeah, it was tough to watch. But like I said, it was kind of cool because it was like I said, Spider-Man. He's sitting
man
there like,
up.
He
starts bleeding, trying to get his mom into the tree.
Yeah, he's trying to boost her up. It's just rough, man.
Yeah.
And so anyway, moving on. They're in the city, and that's whenever they start trying to work on Naomi Watts's leg. And while they're working on her leg, she passes out a couple times, wakes up, and then, she's looking for her son. Then they get a door and put her on the door, put her in a truck. Mm-hmm. And then I'm still thinking like, oh God, here he goes. We're about to go into the violent torture, sexual violence phase of the movie. And like, no, they just take him to a hospital. And I'm like,
well, yeah,
shit.
I was thinking that, but then
Thank
I'm
God.
like, oh, they're letting Lucas come too. And then that's whenever she's like, Lucas, where's Daniel? And I'm
Right.
like, oh shit, where is
they
Daniel?
left Daniel at the village.
And then he's like, well, I'm with you. So that's what we're doing.
That's kind of, what is he going to do? He's going to get him to stop? Because, he doesn't even know, where he's going. So it's like, how do you know what they're going to do to Daniel? They've already tried to fix my mom. These people are probably all right. You know what I mean? If he's sitting there thinking like that, which I don't know. It's in the movie, I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but he was definitely, I don't know, throughout the movie, he was definitely trying, like he was thinking of ways to help people.
Yeah.
Rather than, you know what I mean? Rather than just like staying with his mom. She's like, no, you don't need to be here. You need to be trying to help whoever you can, because you can, you're moving around. You can walk and stuff. So he's like, all right, fuck. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? So he just goes out. But that's later on.
Yeah, I end up at a hospital. Lots of people are hurt. Mom was saying that it's cold, and Luca was saying that it was not cold.
Once again, thought it was going to go into like, here we go. She about to lose a leg. Here we fucking go. Let's do this. Like, I'm ready for everything terrible. And I'm rolling my eyes like, here we go
right,
again.
because they're in a room by themselves, right?
Yeah,
little cubby room.
It's like nobody's really taking care of her. She's trying to take care of herself. Like, give me some antibiotics, go into this cabinet. Like,
right. She's like,
then the doctor comes in, and then he cuts her shirt. Whenever he cut her shirt, it's just like, oh my God. Are we like, every time I'm sitting there thinking like, are we about to turn this movie into this movie? You know what I mean? This Lord of the Flies ass, like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, violent sexual acts. Is this what's about to happen? And then no, once again, he's just a proper doctor.
They give her some shots and pour some stuff on her wounds that start making her scream.
Yeah.
And then
looked like iodine. It was like real dark. I know that.
I got that she threw up some seaweed.
Yeah, she threw up. No, that was whenever they moved her. So they moved her, she woke up and was like, Lucas. And then he was sitting right there and he's like, I'm here. Eating a tangerine. He's peeling a tangerine.
Yeah. Mom tells son, go help people. She'll be okay. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, because there was the lady right next to her. She's, man, I swear oh no, it's because I turned on that damn video. Sorry about that. But she sees the lady next to her and he's like, give her some tangerine, because she's just sitting there. She's just laying there staring at the ceiling, and everybody's looking at her trying to help her, and she's just catatonic. And Lucas tries to give the girl some tangerine, and then she immediately just starts vomiting up all this black shit. And I'm like, all right, so we're gonna go this direction. I'm thinking it's like Supernatural. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And then the mom starts doing it. And that's whenever I was really thinking like, here we go with this shit. Now, like, I thought it said based on a true story, but you kind of forget about that in the movie because it is so kind of fantastic. Like, everything is just happening so,
it was action-packed
large. Like, everything
entire
is very
time.
like the scale of it was just humongous.
Yeah, like super intense.
Yeah, so, and whenever you see that intensity, it's just like, is the intensity going to come from like violence and shit like that? Because in my opinion, that shit is just corny at this point. Like, we've seen this movie, the disaster movie where like things don't go right and then we go to violence, and it's just like, ugh. But this one, honestly, it was just refreshing to see, okay, these are people helping people. Mm-hmm. This is everybody helping each other whenever, the shit is fucking terrible right now. We shouldn't be fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got hit by this wave. We just got hit by another wave. How do we help each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? So that being said, they cut back at that point whenever the lady starts throwing up, and then the mom throws up. She throws up all the seaweed, and then I think it goes right back to the dad at that point, or does it? Oh, no. Okay, no. It's before that. So Spider-Man gets names on a list, and he starts with this guy from Sweden, and he starts talking to him, and he's like, hey, this is what you need to be doing, blah, blah, blah. Or not, this is what you need to be doing. Jesus Christ. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But he's talking to the guy from Sweden, and this guy from Sweden like, hey, my son, go find my son. Find my son. This is Gunta, this is, Agnan, this is blah, 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 this is blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, fine. So he starts writing down names, and he's going around the hospital screaming out those names, and then other people start grabbing him and being like, hey, help this person. You know what I'm saying? Hey, help this person. Hey, help this person. And he keeps
his list is getting bigger.
Yeah, his list keeps getting longer and longer and longer and longer. And he's running around the hospital just saying names out loud.
Asking all of the names.
Yeah, just every single name that he comes across, he starts asking about it. And then, I don't know, this goes on it almost went on for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get it. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, but then it cuts I don't know, man. This is good filmmaking as far as this movie. That's why I'm so estranged to the fact of, how come I've never heard of this or seen this? Like, this is nutty. And it's number 2 on Netflix. That means a lot of people haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would this be trending up on Netflix whenever everybody's seen it or heard of it? You know what I mean? Especially with these names in it. Ewan McGregor, Naomi Watts, and fucking Tom Holland. Like, it's just crazy. It's like seeing Jacob Tremblay's name on Before I Wake. It was like, well, I know that kid. He like almost won an Oscar, I think. And then he's in that Cankerman movie, but he's much younger. And it's like, where did this movie go? If it wasn't, but I guess Mike Flanagan had already made the movie, released it, and then they were like, hey, we liked, I don't know what the first movie was. Was it Silence? Was that the name of it? Or Hear No Evil? Something like that? It was the one with the deaf girl, and she's in the house, and
Hush.
Hush. Okay, so Hush. He made Hush, and that was a hit on Netflix, I think. Like, I always heard about it. And then they were like, hey, you got any more fucking movies? He's like, hell yeah, I got movies. All these movies with like people I thought
Hush was great.
That's what I'm saying. So like, that was the first time I had heard of him. But then I look back and then I go, oh shit, that motherfucker made Oculus.
I thought it was going to be boring since she was deaf. I thought it was going to be like, yeah.
So that's
like,
Katie Siegel. That's his wife.
That was real cool.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he has his muses that he goes to, he goes to those same people over and over again. Kind of like, I feel like James Wan. He does that with Patrick, what's his name? He was in like Annabelle. You know who I'm talking about. Patrick Wilson. Here, let me show you a picture. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know that guy. So Patrick Wilson, he always uses him in all of his movies. Much going back, that is one of his muses. So
he finds that man's son.
Yeah, that was the last thing. But yeah, he finds that guy's son while he's in there, and then
he goes to get the dad.
He gets the dad, and then
brings him back. Right. To the son, and he runs to tell his mom the great news, but his mom is not in the same spot that she was in anymore. She's just gone.
Right.
The bed is cleared out, and they're putting someone else into the bed, and he's getting mad because he's wondering where his mom went. Okay.
So, but at that point, he goes, like, some nurses take him, and they put him in, like, this kind of refugee camp for little boys. Or not little boys. These children. Kids were older. Yeah, that was about to say, but it was a bunch of kids.
It was a bunch of kids that
and they're all in a tent with, like, a name tag, like a sticker with their name on it that says, this is my name.
And then that's when it cuts to the dad stumbling around.
Right.
He finds the red ball, and then starts screaming for Lucas.
Right.
And starts screaming for Maria. And...
So some pretty good filmmaking as far as that part goes. Once again, it's kind of corny, but it was like, maybe this is the actual story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there are stories of people kind of noticing things in their periphery and then kind of following those hints and using those hints to find what it is that they needed all along. So like, that's kind of the situation here is like, he keeps seeing things and he's like, oh, the red ball. I gotta find Lucas. I gotta see where Maria is.
And he's walking through the resort just screaming their names.
Right. Because he's still at the resort and he didn't go anywhere. Like I guess the pool was deep enough to where he was able to swim underneath it instead of getting swept away like Lucas and Mom.
Yeah. The dad returns back inside and
what's the dad's name?
Well, I have at the end of the movie it listed it said Maria Quique, Quie.
Like I said, but hold on. So Maria's actually the one that wrote it. His name is Henry. Henry.
Okay, so yeah, he tries to climb up through a hole, and whatever he used to climb onto
that's
broke.
so he makes it back to the resort. So at this point, we don't know what the fuck's going on with him. He's just walking through screaming names.
Yeah.
But we don't know any of the stories. So
he wasn't screaming his younger kids' names, so I was thinking maybe he already knew that they were dead because he saw that somewhere.
I went that direction as well, where I was just like, oh, I guess the other two boys, like, they're fucking done. Like, they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're dead.
Yeah, he was only screaming Maria and Lucas's names.
Right.
So then once he gets back and tries to climb through the hole and whatever he was using broke.
Yeah, so basically he makes it back to the room, or a room, and then starts trying to climb, like, this chair. And whenever he steps on it, he falls, and then some heads pop through the hole that he was trying to climb through, and you see, oh shit, there go the boys.
Yeah.
And then there's like another guy there, so it's like, oh shit, like there are people that were kind of immediately unscathed. Like
it was
they knew
the man first. It was the man. I don't know
his
his
the
name.
Man's head first?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the dad was like, tell them I'm back.
Right.
And then that's when the boys come and they're like, Dad.
Right. So okay, so yeah, and so it just confirms. All right, so everybody fucking
here.
lived. Once again,
yeah, there's
everybody
lots
lived.
of people that are here alive. And I guess there's just people that go out looking for food and family.
Right, and I don't want to say everybody lives like finally, but like the fact
because we see dead bodies when they're walking.
So there are people that are they're fucked. You know what I mean? Like I said, there was a baby crying in a car. It gets annihilated. There's
right, because that wave comes.
But then again, maybe it is shit with the what do you call that, the way that this movie panned out. You know what I mean? It wasn't just all fucking tragedy, man. Like Jesus Christ, I feel like most of the time when you see movies like this, it's just like, here we go. Like I knew it was gonna go here, but it didn't. Like thank God.
So then the dad tells the oldest little brother to watch his little brother.
Right.
Because
the middle tells the middle to watch the youngest.
Because they gotta get taken to the mountain for safety.
Yes.
And the boys are like, no, just come with us. And he's like, no, I can't. I gotta go find your mom and your brother.
Right.
And he doesn't want to, but he does it. The little brother takes care of his other little brother.
Right. I mean, they don't really have a choice because, I mean, he sends their asses off. Like,
yeah.
It's like, this is what's going to happen. Once again, the dad's a good dad, I think. I mean, I don't know if people look at that and they're like, oh, what a piece of shit. But, like, in real life, he's like, hey, you guys, you got this. And there's really nothing I can do until I find my wife and I find my fucking, your brother. Like,
he's just like, I gotta find them.
So
I will find them.
as long as you guys stick together, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But as soon as you decide to stop, you know what I mean? Not decide to stop, but like, as soon as I find them, I'm going to come back for you guys. But stick together, you'll be fine.
And he's left other adults kind of like to look after them.
Right. Which, see how that went.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead. What do I got? Sends the other two into the mountains. Dad finds a phone, calls his dad. No, that's way later.
And he gets taken somewhere with other people where people are trading stories. And yeah, that's where they find the phone.
Didn't he fall through? He fell through like a porch.
It was something.
He fell through a porch and then like ended up kind of hurting himself.
Yeah,
and
he
then
was hurt.
Like crawling out of the house or whatever. And then like police are like there and they say, come with us. Like we know where people are or whatever.
Yeah. And he calls someone named Brian, which we know is somebody's dad. Right. Which we think it might be the wife's dad, maybe.
I'm sure it said it in the film because
they asked Lucas earlier who he would call if he had someone to call. And he said my grandpa, Brian.
Right.
And he was like, but I don't know his number or his address? I don't know.
Something like that. It's basically like, I don't know it. I don't think we should, I think we should just keep moving. Like, wait, what?
So, what? They called? So he called the grandpa and he told them that he can't find Lucas or Maria, but don't worry because he's gonna find them. And then, Let's see. Thomas taking care of Simon, and a 73-year-old lady asked to sit with them. They start asking her questions.
That was filler.
Lucas was sitting alone in a tent. He gets asked to follow a lady, the one who originally said that she would help him whenever he was looking for his mom. He gets asked to identify some items.
Yeah, like he's the fucking Avatar.
But he says that he can't, and they take him to his mom. She was...
Once again, they set it up like she had fucking died, and they had taken like a trinket off of her body to go show her loved ones.
Right. And
motherfucker.
She's hooked up to some kind of like breathing thing, and her name had been changed from Maria Bennett to Muriel
something.
Barnes or something like that. Banks.
M to the B, it's 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 M to the B, bang.
So yeah, the mom is also alive. So everyone in the family is alive.
They just can't find each other.
Yeah. Dad searches grave sites and hospitals. He returns to the lady he left his kids with. Dad is all confused and asks the lady where his kids are. And she says, I don't know. Those people took them away. And she doesn't know where they're being taken to. Lucas sees Daniel and his dad have been reunited.
Oh, yeah. While they're in the hospital. And then he's like, hey, guess who I just saw? And then she starts freaking out again. Once again, I'm thinking she's about to die, man. Like, this is it. Here we go.
Dad arrives at the same hospital. Dad and Lucas miss each other by that much.
So yeah, this is about the end of the movie. And basically, they both start following these little charms that they kind of established early on in the movie. Like the son, Lucas, he actually says, he makes a remark about his dad's shorts, his trunks. And he's like, oh God, I hate them so much. Like, they're so ugly. Like that. And then as he's walking through the hospital, and I guess him and his mom's second phase, like she's not moving anymore. They're about to prep her for surgery. Then he immediately just walks out, and he's just looking for, I don't know, what is he looking for?
I think he was looking for some water for her.
Okay, yeah, because she starts wheezing and shit. So as he walks away, he shuts the curtain, and then the dad walks past the mom, and she doesn't see him, but we can see it from the camera work.
But the mom also knows that it's him. She just like felt that it's him, because then whenever he comes back
through the curtain,
and
they just saw a silhouette.
Then she was like, "You came back," and I was like, "Oh my God, she knew it was him."
Well, I don't know if it was him.
It was him, babe.
I don't think it was him, babe.
Nah, it was him.
I don't think it was, because he just kept walking straight.
Nah, babe, we gonna rewatch it so you can see.
In?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't not make sense. I feel like it would have been done a little bit better. Maybe that was the point, is to make it ambiguous, because he does walk past, and if he comes back, then that makes sense. But if it would have shown him just walk straight up and then straight to the curtain, you see what I'm saying? Like, maybe that would have made it just a little too like, of course she missed it. But it's like, was that really him? Was it not? Like, maybe they leave it, they just leave it kind of to your interpretation.
Your favorite kind of movies.
I'm just saying, that's something you said. You don't even know if that was actually him. But the fact is it could be. So it makes it a little bit stronger to be like, oh man, get them together. Like, come on. Like, the anticipation is just like, yes, they're right there. They're so close. Like, come on, just touch. And then nope, it doesn't touch. And it's just like, okay.
All right.
What's gonna happen now? Because he only had like 5 minutes, because he gets off the after he calls his dad, then him and like two guys and a girl, they go searching for people, and they're like, look, we can't go to this hospital because we've already checked this hospital for the people that are in the truck with them. They've checked, but he hasn't checked. So he's like, look, just give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go check, and then we can leave. You know. And then
while he jumps off to go start looking through the hospital, the truck that his kids were put onto pull up to the same place.
Yeah, it pulls up to the exact same place. And
the boys jump off because they got it. One of them has to go pee.
Right.
And while he's out peeing, I guess Lucas had spotted his dad's shorts. Yeah, so he's running through screaming downstairs for his dad.
Right.
And then
dad.
The boys hear Lucas screaming for dad, and one of the boys said, "That's Lucas."
Yeah. And he turns around and he's like, Lucas.
So yeah, then they start screaming for Lucas, and then Lucas is like, wait a minute, do I hear my brother screaming for me?
Right. And then he turns around, they all run towards each other, they embrace, and they found each other, at least the boys and the mom, because they know where the mom is at this point.
And then the dad heard all the screaming from the boys screaming, Lucas. And then
no. What he does is he's about to leave. He's about to leave, and then he sees that little red ball that he told Lucas. Basically, he told Lucas, like I said, there's little trinkets that they keep seeing, and they're like, oh shit, I remember that thing. So he sees the ball, and he's like, I gotta keep looking, basically. And then he steps out, and whenever he steps out, he immediately hears the screams of Lucas. And then he's like, "Oh shit, they are here." You know what I mean? I knew it was right to stop. So he starts running towards them. He starts running towards their voices. They all come together, and he's like, "Hey, mom's up here."
Yeah.
And then once again, they did it again. The man gets up to his wife, and he's talking to her, and then like they show everybody, like, "Hey, we're all still here. We're all together. Are you okay?" And she's like, "All right, fine. Now I can finally just go to rest." Like that. And he's like, "What? No. You're not dying. No. And of course,
and
I'm
she
sitting there
continues,
like, this bitch is dying. Like, there's no way.
She looked horrible.
Here we go again.
She's like, take care of the boys.
They busted, like, they did the prolonged, like, they didn't bust super quick, but here it is. Get ready for it. Here it goes. Goodbye, mom. Even though she did, like, she went through the fucking, here we fucking go again. You know what I mean? And she goes to surgery, and then everybody's fine. Everybody makes it.
Yep. She makes it out of surgery.
She makes it out of surgery.
On a plane.
They get on a plane. They're on their way back home.
They're headed to Singapore to a hospital so that mom can get more treatment.
Right.
The nurse says she's in good hands. Everyone buckled up. Lucas tells mom about Daniel this time because she's awake to hear it. And that was it. They buckle up and fly to Singapore.
Right. So, and then that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Now, as the credits begin to roll, they show the actual family.
It said The Impossible based on a true story, and then it named the family members, and it showed a picture of the family that it was based on.
Right. So,
all right. So Maria was the actual name.
Yeah, right. I think that was the only one.
No, Lucas,
Thomas,
and Simon. Yeah.
No. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah. The only one that was different was Henry, and over here I have Quie.
Kike. Something like that.
Quie is the name of the husband. So Lucas, Thomas, and Simon. Tom.
Tomas. His name is Tomas. Yeah. It's not Thomas. So anyway, this is the big problem that I had with the movie, right? So this movie was amazing. Like I thought this movie was great. I can't believe that this movie, I don't know if it just was sat on or I just missed it, but like I said, it can't be number 2 on fucking Netflix without people being like, this must be some new shit. What is this? You know what I'm saying? It can't just be this old ass movie where it's like, you know, we made this movie a long time. No, this has to be something that nobody else has seen either. You know what I mean? Especially for it to be trending and it to be so old. This movie was shot in 2010.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Shot in 2010.
Great movie.
They shot it from August until October. So 2 months they had this movie wrapped up.
What?
Yeah.
That seems real quick.
So the tsunami was recreated with a mixture of digital effects and real water surges filmed in slow-mo, created in a water tank in Spain using miniatures that were destroyed by a huge wave. Okay. So that, dude, they did a really good job on all of that. All these, you know, all the special effects and the waves and everything like that. Like, I thought that was just
those
crazy.
Waves were tremendous.
Right. So the thing that I didn't like about the movie, right, is, and I hate to kind of harp on this shit because, like, this might be the reason that nobody knew about this movie because it didn't get put out because of the whitewashing. Like, I'm not exactly sure where these people are from, but they were not blonde-haired, blue-eyed, supreme race looking individuals. You know what I mean? Like, these people look very much Spanish. So they might be from Spain because I'm not exactly sure. But that his name, what was his name again? How you say it?
Quie.
That's not Spanish. You know what I mean? That's South America. You see what I'm saying? That in my head. I could be wrong, but that seems it just doesn't, I've never heard that name like that. So I'm looking it up. Okay, his name is Enrique. Kike is his nickname. Okay, so they're actually Spain. They're from Spain. Okay. They are Spanish. Yeah, so it's Lucas, Simon, and Tomas. So Kike is Okay, so now it does make a little bit more sense. But these people are like dark people. You know what I mean? Like they're not blonde hair, blue eyes. They look more Hispanic than, I don't know, European. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was just something that was just annoying, where it was just like, damn, y'all literally just took everybody's race and I was wondering, because whenever I saw Naomi Watts and she has that British accent, I'm like, Maria? Like
They said it'll be easier on the eyes.
Right, and that's why I don't like I said, I don't like harping on it, but whenever it happens, you got to kind of call it out and be like, hey, what the fuck is this? Now, don't get me wrong as well, the movie turned out great and everybody's performances was great. Everybody, I believed every single character that was in the show. But the one thing, it was just like, damn, dog, like you telling me that you couldn't get those performances out of people that looked like the people, instead of completely changing the whole dynamic and race of the people in order to, I guess, kind of fit into, maybe it was like, hey, this is the only way that this movie's going to get made. You know what I mean? Like, especially back then. It's 2012. And then they changed their name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of Maria Belon and Enrique Alvarez, right? They just, the Bennetts.
Bennett, yeah.
Maria Bennett. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Bennett, that's English, right? Like, that's
Lucas
That's
Bennett.
straight white people. And then Maria, that's at least Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe Italian. I know a couple, Marias that are Italian. But them people don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? In general. I don't want to say like, every fucking, there's no blonde hair, blue eye Spanish people, because there clearly is. But ethnically and based on the people that they are portraying, the actual people, they don't look like that. I don't know. It was just kind of aggravating to see. But I still give props to the movie because the movie was insane.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, right? Like,
That was the movie.
that was the movie. It was a great movie. Everybody check it out.
Like, I would definitely watch it again.
I would definitely watch it again. I don't know well, now that I know that everything terrible doesn't just happen, I might want to watch it again. But, it's one of those movies. It took a lot. It took a lot out of you watching the movie.
Yeah, because it was so intense.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, I don't really like watching super intense movies. It's like watching like...
But it wasn't sad. It turned out okay. And you thought it might be sad because it kept having parts that seemed like it was gonna be
I thought
sad.
it was gonna be tragic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they already getting fucked up. He's got these big ass scabs on his back where like shit is roughed up his body. It's just like, God damn, man, these motherfuckers going through, like, they just constantly are going through shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and the way that they framed it in the narrative is I don't want to say it was a masterful performance, but I mean, damn, dude, it was pretty good. Like, the way that they shot everything, the way that everything was acted, it was great. But blonde hair, blue eyes, man. Like, y'all just couldn't make this happen with the, like, people that look like the people that got hurt. Give them an accent or something. It's like, no, we're not doing any of that. This movie's for white people. I wonder what the creator said, because, like, this is a book that she wrote. She wrote this book and said, hey, I guess somebody came to her and said, hey, I want to make this into a movie. But damn. So actually, it looks like Maria Belon, she chose Naomi Watts to play her in the film, stating that Watts was her favorite actress after seeing the film 21 Grams.
Never heard of it.
What?
21 Grams.
Oh, I don't know what it is either. It might be some British movie. So I guess I can't really shit on it too much, right? Like,
She was chosen.
she was chose. So
They had to fit people around her then.
Okay. But that's still, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Maria Belon was like, maybe she was just like, no, I want Naomi Watts. Like, that'd be dope. I want Naomi. It's like, but she doesn't look anything like, no. I really like Naomi Watts.
I said what I said.
I said what I said. Otherwise, you can't have a movie. Otherwise, you can't have a movie. You can't have a book. Nope. Yeah, but we think that this movie will make it. I don't care. I mean, they had to have thought, like, this movie's got to make some money, but, like, what the fuck happened? How did this not come out?
This was spectacular, I tell you what. 5 out of 5.
Damn, man, it says this motherfucker came out.
When?
It came out in, what was it? Let's see. Was it January? It came out January 2013 in the United
theaters?
Kingdom. Yeah. And then January 2013.
That's already what you said.
Well, the 1st of January and then the 4th in America.
Okay.
Excuse me. So, but it came out in December in like October in Spain and Ireland. So yeah, this movie came out. Like, what the hell happened to this? I'm so confused because I have no recollection of this.
2012, I was chilling with babies.
Naomi Watts' performance garnered critical acclaim, and she received her second Academy Award and SAG nomination and her first Golden Globe nomination. What do you think the Rotten Tomatoes was?
97%.
81.
Impossible.
Once again, this is just 81. I don't know how somebody couldn't like it. Maybe because of whitewashing. Maybe that's swayed
like
somebody's
harsh.
entire opinion.
That's all the way. Like,
but I mean, some people do that shit. Like they won't review it based on the merits of the fucking film. Like they just review it on like, oh well, I saw that, I'm done with the movie. Like it was racist. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, dude, have you seen the motherfucker? Do you know the story behind it? Do you know Maria Bellone actually? You know, it's like one of those kind of things. And it's like, I said, well, now that I've said it, now I have to sit on my hands with it. Like I know that I'm wrong at this point, but now I'm going to sit on my hands and never change my perspective on it. So the movie sucked. Did not like DNL. So I try my best not to do shit like that.
Did not like.
Never ever support Summit Entertainment again because they are whitewashing our Spanish heroes. And it's just like, all right, bro, are you sure? Maybe she was the best actress. That's what I was hoping. Is like they got the best actor and actresses, right? But then I'm like, yeah, but like you telling me you couldn't find somebody that looked like them, and it's like, oh no, she wanted it, and it's like, fuck, okay, all right, I guess, man. You since y'all made it clear, I got it.
Babe, can I squirt you?
Stop. Oh look, it's I don't want to read that.
What?
But it's a cool little synopsis. Damon Wise of The Guardian gave the film 4 stars out of 5. He also praised the performances, stating that as Maria, Watt is both brave and vulnerable, and her scenes with young Lucas, the excellent Tom Holland, are among the film's best.
They were.
With adult and child now unexpected equals, the mother humbled, the son rising to the challenge.
Yeah.
McGregor, meanwhile, gives one of the best performances as the sad and desperate Henry, trying to play the hero, the provider, while knowing his cause is almost certainly lost. About the film, he added, part of the appeal of this affecting and powerful drama is that it puts the viewer right in the moment at every stage, using authentic locations and tsunami survivors to hammer home the reality of this tragedy, which is real. Like, it was just crazy how much shit was going on, and like you're seeing it from these two people. And then you see it from this guy, and you know what I'm saying. And then once they separate, everybody separates. Then you see it from all of their perspectives once again. Like it's just, I don't know. I don't know, man. This shit was crazy, man.
And the man that was helping him watch over his boys and whatnot, he gave him a piece of paper with some names written on it to go look for. When the man opened it up on the plane ride home, he noticed that it was the note that it was the man's wife that she had left, saying we're at the beach. And the man was saying that was the last thing that he had left. Of
his wife, right?
Yeah.
And he used it to write names on so that he could help other people, I guess.
Yeah. And then he did not come back.
I bet he did that on accident. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, my note!
Yeah, like, where the fuck is it? And he's like, and then he, it flashes back to him writing on that piece of paper, and he's like, fuck.
They were like, all right, well, he's not coming back. We can go now. And you were like, the truck's still not starting, though, so we're going to stay right here till it starts up, huh?
Oh, okay, so I was about to say, it says, Simon Jenkins, a British survivor from Portsmouth, wrote to The Guardian stating that the film is beautifully accurate. This was in response to critics commenting that the film is overdramatic and whitewashed. I don't think it was overdramatic. I feel like the parts that were overdramatic were the parts where, like I said, like he sees the red ball and he follows the red ball. You know, like that kind of, all right, so there's like a supernatural part of this. You know what I'm saying? But this wouldn't be in our... This type of filmmaking and that type of like writing, you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be in our vocabulary of film and execution of film, television, stuff like that. Like, setting up like having things, what is that called? Foreshadowing. Whenever they foreshadow events, like that shit happens in real life. Otherwise, it wouldn't be compelling whenever you're able to look back at all of the things that kind of led up to the point where either, the good thing happens or the twist is revealed where you're just like, oh shit. It's because that shit happens in real life where you're like watching something happen and you don't do anything about it, or you watch something happen and then you do something about it and you're like, at that moment, that's whenever something changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that didn't happen in real life, in film, it just wouldn't work ever. You know what I'm saying? But clearly...
It's like Detroit.
What's Detroit? You talking about Become Human? You talking about the fucking video game?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You get to make the choices on there. Like, I don't know. Never mind. Continue.
Oh my gosh.
Continue.
You talking about that video game you played a year ago? I guess. I guess that's the same. But I mean,
still
I'm
need
just
to
saying,
continue. I need to make opposite choices.
Say that again?
I still need to continue. I need to make opposite
you need to
choices.
see where the other lane
because
goes.
you know I'm always doing good stuff. I don't like to do the bad stuff like you. You don't care. You do everything evil.
I don't do everything evil. I just do things like I would do them.
They're evil.
They're not evil.
Yes, it is.
I'll tell you this. It goes more of a chaotic neutral. Because there's certain things where it's just, but you know, in some of those games, like Infamous is real good at that. Where
is that the game where you're either good or bad?
Yeah,
because you're bad, you're red, I'm blue.
But that's the problem. Like that's not how the
I'm
decisions
an angel.
were made.
I don't know, mate. You do some evil shit
like
on
what?
there.
Like what?
Like instead of saving a bunch of people, you save the one person. And
okay, but once again, like.
That's you, mate.
That's not. But the only reason that it's like that is because it's that's the way that the story is written. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Like you have to either be evil or you be good. And it's
right,
like, well,
and you choose evil.
No. At first, I start off like neutral. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do the right, and I always try to do the right thing because the right thing is that's the issue with the choices. It's never just like save one person and save 1,000 people. It's literally save. It's like save a city or save this building. You see what I'm saying? Save the entire city or save the building. And me, I'm like, okay,
this one building.
Yeah, because like it'll make the mission easier. Because I remember one mission in Infamous 2, I believe, you have to like hit these bombs, like these like smoke bombs that are on the top of the buildings, and they push like poison through the building. You know what I'm saying? And the options are either I take the blast, you know what I'm saying, and I lose health or whatever, or I just destroy this one and it saves the whole city. But it kills everybody in that building. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? So what should you do? What would you do?
I'm keeping everybody alive that I can. I'm not going to lose no lives.
No, you have to lose a life. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to lose the life.
Like I said,
it's gonna be yours.
Mine be blue.
But that's
what
I'm saying. See how? But do you see where it's like, all right, well, if I don't go full red, if I just try to stay in the middle, guess what happens? Then I don't get any of the abilities that I would get if I just went full red.
So you go all the way evil, is what I'm saying.
That's in that scenario.
No,
but in real life,
in all the options, you go all the way evil in the video games.
No,
I'm not saying real life, but in the video games,
that's only because
you are all the way evil.
So, like in Infamous Second Son, I did which one did I do first? Oh, I did the regular first. I did it like a hero version. I did that first, where you don't kill anybody, all that kind of stuff.
And then you were like, the powers was whack.
Yeah, the powers were terrible. Like, no. So wait a minute. I think I might have done the evil version first. But it didn't make any sense. Like the ending didn't make sense. And I was just like, oh, what? And that's usually the problem with going with the evil version. It's just like, oh, this story sucks. Like, but then you play the regular version, and it wasn't great either. But it was like, it made a little bit more sense. Supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think at the end of the evil version in Second Son, like, you try to save your brother, you can't save your brother, and then you go full evil, right? And then you go back to your village and fucking dive bomb that bitch and explode the whole village. And it's like, why would I do that? I like...
Fuck everybody.
That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But then you go the good version, and it's just like, oh, well, your brother was a good man. Well, this sucks too. Like, what the fuck? Like, how come we can't have like a happy medium where like, where you actually have a character? You know what I'm saying? That has to do some shit, but it's like, all right, well, you want the good ending or the bad ending? And it's like, well, fuck. Let me see the bad ending. And it's like, oh, come on, dude. Like, this is the best y'all had?
He said, we told you it was bad.
But it was just whack. It's just whack because people aren't like that. And like, you wouldn't, in that situation where it's like, all right, so do I save this building or do I take on, I don't know, like, do I hurt myself in order to get, I don't know, where I want to go, kind of thing. Like, but that's the good option. Like, I don't know. I'd have to relook at all those options, but I promise you, it's usually just like, all right, at the moment, like Mass Effect was really good at that. If you ever play Mass Effect, they're good at like playing with the options. You know what I'm saying? Like one option is bad, clearly. One is really good, clearly. But then like there's like 3 or 4 more options where it's just like, all right, cool. Now I get to like, all right, this guy was talking a lot. I'm gonna smack him. I ain't gonna shoot him. Like shoot him in the face. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna smack him. I'm gonna say something and be like, hey, I'm still the commanding officer. Blah blah blah. Versus, oh, this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he defied what I said, so I shoot him in the forehead. And it's just like, god damn. Like that's not what I wanted to happen either. Like what is this? Like sometimes it's like imperative to make the right decision in those games. Otherwise, you'll lose people and shit, and then you'll never see them again. That shit sucks. Detroit. So Detroit. I mean, well, I haven't played that. It seems tedious to get through.
You're like negative on a lot of things.
I'm not negative on that. It's just those games are not really games.
Yes, it is. Yes, they are.
They're just like choose your own adventure books.
Yeah.
With graphics.
They're hard.
They were like that thing on Netflix that they did. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where you choose your own adventure?
Yeah.
Like, oh, take the blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, don't do it this time, you know. And then like...
You take the acid and you jump out the window.
And then what was the other one? You go to the therapist and then tell her, like, you're on Netflix. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, a fight breaks out.
It was stupid.
That shit was crazy. But, like, it was fun. You know what I'm saying?
Then
like
it was over.
That was... that shit was crazy. They need to redo that. Like, do that again. But it was a Black Mirror episode, so it was like, you know, it was kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? It wasn't... I don't think I ever got to the good ending. You need to go back and try that again. Because that was fun. 5 out of 5. I guess we out, right? Like, cause this episode's gone super long. It was
a 5 out of 5. Definitely.
I definitely go 5 out of 5. Oh, yes. Box office. That's what I wanted to see. So, The Impossible was a box office success. In Spain, where the film was released in 638 cinemas, grossing $11 million in its opening weekend, ranking number 1.
What did it take to make?
I don't know. Engrossed. So, it made $180 million worldwide on 45 million.
Okay.
So this movie was one of them quiet successes, I guess. You know what I mean? What was 2013? What was going on in 2013? Oh no, you kidding?
What?
This movie was directed by the same guy that directed Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
What's wrong with that?
Boo! That was with the meteor shower, the dinosaurs versus the meteor shower, where the brontosaurus gets killed at the beach. Man, I don't know about this, man. Oh my gosh!
You already gave your rating.
That wasn't but I'm not like I wouldn't judge somebody on their work, like, because most of the time you just watch some shit and then like I'll like the shit and then I'll find out that he did some more shit and I'm like, holy shit, let me try that out. And then the shit is sitting there in my queue list and I'm like, oh shit, I need to watch that. And then I'll watch it and I'm like, I like that too. How come he made this movie and he made? Oh shit, what else did he make? Like, oh shit, I done said shit like 20 times.
Let's watch Tusk. Again.
Oh my gosh! Look, like what's his name? Luc Besson. If anybody doesn't know, my favorite movie of all time is
Tusk.
Is The Fifth Element, and it's directed by Luc Besson. And Luc Besson, he's directed a whole bunch. He's directed and written a bunch of movies that are just like not pivotal to me, but like I definitely enjoy them a lot. Like he wrote Crank. He wrote all the Transporter movies up to like 3 or something. He did The Show and all that kind of shit. Like I like those little corny ass, stupid ass Jason Statham movies, but.
They're awesome.
They're all like they all have Luc Besson's touch on them, and then it's like, well, shit, maybe that's why I like them all. Like, you know what I mean? We out, y'all. Let me go back to my script. Let me go to the script. So yeah, we like the movie. Time to go. I just want to thank everybody that's been listening. I just looked at our analytics and it said we had 14 downloads, I think, this week. So we got another 14. We still up. Hopefully, maybe they're new. I don't know, but check us out on all social media platforms. Facebook.com/onmyscreenspod, Twitter.com/screenspodcast, Instagram, it's on my screens, or email us at onmyscreens@gmail.com. So this is On My Screens. I've been T.
And T.
Well, she's been T as well.
Oh, okay.
And, no, it's all good. We got it. We got it. We killed it. And I guess we out. Bye.
Bye.